welcome back to Look Who's Talking Podcast, a podcast created for your voice to be heard while having hard conversations intended to spread love, encourage healing, and embrace vulnerability. I am your host, Onicia, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in into this conversation. If you are new here, welcome. If you are just coming back again to get into the conversation, welcome back. I want you to do me a favor, make sure you click that subscribe button right now, because remember what I said, it takes two people to have a conversation. I can't have a conversation if you guys don't subscribe to my channel. So I just want to say welcome and thank you guys. Again, you guys know I typically have motivation for you guys, something to just kind of get you going through the week, to get you pumped up. I don't have it today, y'all. I really just kind of been off my P's and Q's when it comes to motivating y'all, but give me some grace. We gonna get back there. And so today I have this particular guest. If y'all see me keep hiding my hand, that's because I had went to the nail shop this past Thursday, and when I say I got polish chipping, I'm really, really mad, and so I really don't want y'all to see my nails, but just in case y'all see them on the camera, don't do too much, all right? Like, don't do too much. Give me a pass for that, but I'm gonna try to hide them. But today we have this guest, Marcus, Pastor Marcus. I call him my big dog. We go to church together, but I call him my big dog because, hey, we relate. Like, we sit and we just have conversations. We talk about everything under the sun. And so this is a topic I always tell you guys I kind of shy away from, because I feel like when it comes to this topic, people are typically never going to be on one accord. It's always different opinions, different perspectives. I mean, I always look at it like, you date how you date, I'm going to date how I'm going to date. We going to do what works for us. You do what works for y'all. And that is just that. But I think sometimes when having these conversations, it's okay sometimes to bring men on in the conversation to hear their perspective, because sometimes we as women, sometimes we do be with the rah-rah, and so sometimes men kind of be a little more level-headed with things versus a woman. So, I mean, I kind of introduced him, but I'm going to let him, like, really introduce himself to you guys, and then we're going to go ahead and get into the conversation.
What's up, y'all? This is Marcus. Marcus Winfrey is my name. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Winfrey29 on Instagram. Marcus, the Guy Talk Podcast co-host on TikTok. Follow me on there. We got some good content on there for you, too. But I'm Marcus, 41 years old, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Like O said, this is my girl. This is my sister. This is my little sister. You know, we talk a lot. We relate a whole lot. And we see the things a lot of the same way. I'm looking forward to Look Who's Talking today, and I'm looking forward to this conversation. I think we're going to have a good time. I want you guys to tune in, like she said. Like and subscribe. If you see something that you like or don't like, let us know in the comments. We could talk about it. We'll be watching them, and it's going to be a good conversation. I'm ready for it.
That's it, y'all. My boy, he done gave y'all his whole biography. Like, he done told y'all the age, where he was. Like, he done gave y'all, come on now, man, you ain't got to do
I got to let them know. I got to let them know.
He done gave y'all the full background story. So you guys know, typically with the guests, depending on the conversation, sometimes I do an icebreaker, sometimes I get right into the conversation. So I do feel like when we are talking about relationships and dating and being in love and being single, I like to start with icebreakers, because I just don't want to go straight for the kill, you know, because a lot of times with these conversations, they do take a turn. But some things me and him see eye to eye on. Not everything.
Not everything.
But some things. So I'm going to start with the icebreaker. Icebreaker is, I'm going to give you a word.
Okay.
And when I give you this word, like, you just say whatever comes to mind when I give this word.
Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Women.
Beautiful. We need it.
Oh, that's the word I was looking for.
Okay.
Needed. We are needed. Okay. Love.
Often played with.
Okay.
But very serious.
Friendship.
Friendships needed, but have boundaries.
Okay. Let me see. Patience.
Patience. A lot of us don't have it.
And we don't.
And we need it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. Trauma.
Trauma. A lot of people don't deal with it. But we all have it in some form or fashion. Okay.
Triggers.
Triggers. We need to know them. We need to know all about triggers.
Therapy.
Therapy is much needed. Much needed.
Yeah, I'm giving these words because I want them to say something I don't agree with, so I can. But
Uh-huh.
let's see.
Okay.
Let's see. Black men.
Underrated.
That's
Underrated.
that's good.
Underrated. Yes,
Let's
underrated.
explore that.
Okay. Okay.
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
But I do want to kind of, nip it in the bud. I didn't like the fact that when I said women, you said beautiful instead of needed.
Uh-huh.
Because if I'm playing this game and somebody say men, I'm going to say needed.
Uh-huh.
So I don't like how you try to,
But y'all are beautiful. I love
we
women.
are, but the
and
one that you got needed.
Yes.
Okay? All right.
Y'all are needed, though.
So let's explore the whole black men underrated.
Okay.
Explain that a little more.
Man, that goes so far, right? So black men, we're underrated because the stigma on black men, we no good, okay? We cheaters, we don't take care of our kids, we don't want to work, we lazy. We get all of those negative stigmas attached to who we are as black men, but not realize that black men are the foundation of this country, right? We did most of the inventing, we did most of the hard work, the hard labor. We still to this day take care of our kids. It just doesn't help that we didn't have the other side, our counterparts. We didn't have the dads that gave us the early start, right? We didn't have the dads that gave us the money to go start our own business so we could sit at home and stuff like that. We had to work our way up, and we're resilient, right? Black men have so much more going for them than we think it is. Like when we go places nowadays, they talk about black men not in their kids' life, right? As my son with me every Sunday in church. I have him all the time because I want him to know you got a real dad.
Right.
Okay, don't mean him and his mom have to be together or anything. That just means he's my son. So I have to make sure I do everything in my power to make sure he has what he has. He what he needs. That's not seen a lot of times. What we see is, well, he ain't married this woman, or he was with this girl, or he was doing this, or he's a cheater, he's a liar. You see the negative of a man, and so you start to put him down. Well, white men are better in relationships, or get you a white man, he gonna treat you right. That's why I say we underrated.
Okay. Well, in regards to white men, I don't have anything against them.
Right.
But for myself,
I
don't see it with a white man.
Yeah.
Now, I love my black men, regardless of, they all had their downfalls, they all struggle with what they struggle with, but I love my black men. So let me nip that. I'm not one of them that say the white man no, give me a brother. Any day, give me a black king. And so those are just some of the ways that you say that black men are underrated.
Yeah.
But I feel like when women say that, they are coming from a place of hurt. Broken. I've experienced this with this man. This is what I went through with this man. So this is my story with this man. However, you can't go projecting that on every man, because every black man is not a cheater.
Correct.
Every black man is not a deadbeat.
Correct.
Not all of them are the same. And so sometimes, well, not sometimes, majority of the time when women do say that, there's some deeper inner issues.
Correct.
Girls, don't do too much, because I know y'all like to tussle, but if we're going to be real, let's be real. A lot of times there are inner issues within self that we have to figure out and we have to fix. Just because we ran into one cheater don't mean every man going to cheat. Because let me tell y'all, I've dealt with guys in my adulthood. I will say guys that I've dealt with, cheating was never the issue.
Yeah.
So if we broke up or something, if we broke up or anything of that nature, cheating was never the issue. It was just more so of, growing apart, this not working, this is what it is. And so, again, a lot of times women just be talking from broken places or hurt places because they've been let down so many times by men. So, we close in, we don't want no dealings, you this, you that, da-da-da. That's just long story short.
Right.
So, in regards to men dating, what women dating, things like that, what do you consider a red flag?
A red flag. For me, it's different, and I know for everybody their red flags are different. But for me, it's combativeness. All right, when I get somebody that's super combative, that always want to argue every little thing, it's okay to disagree, but arguing about every little thing and having a problem with everything, that's a red flag for me, right? Or somebody who asking for resources up front. I just met you today.
Break that break.
Ooh, how you doing today? I'm good. What's your name? My name Marcus. who this light bill whooping my tail? Wait a minute, I don't even know you,
I don't
you
even
know?
know you. How
And
we
so,
got there
yeah,
yet?
I'm going to get ghost real quick because at the end of the day, like, I'm more than just a resource, right? Yes, I make money. Yes, I have a job, but I'm not about to give you everything I've worked for. So a red flag for me are those two things: combativeness, and you don't have your stuff together. You know,
Okay.
so those are my big things. I can't deal with a woman who doesn't have their life together.
Got you.
Yeah.
So you said ghost.
Uh huh.
I'm not really a fan of ghosting.
Yeah, I am.
But
Yeah, I am.
no, but let me tell you, when I'm saying I'm not a fan
am.
of ghosting, I mean like because we all grown, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so my thing is that if I don't like you or if I feel like this not gonna work, let me just communicate that.
Okay.
I am one to where I feel like don't have me just out here wondering and guessing. Like let's just be upfront, say what it is, what it ain't, and keep it moving.
Right.
So why you ghosting people?
So listen, I don't owe you nothing. If I just met you, like okay, for example, if I dated you for like a month, I owe you explanation.
Okay.
Okay. If I just met you, we talked 2 or 3 times, I don't call you no more. Get the picture. All right. I don't feel like I gotta go through all of because I don't want to hear the well, what happened? Well, why? I don't owe you all that. That's too sometimes that's too exhausting for me. So for me it's just I talked to you a couple times. I didn't like what I got. I just moved on. I don't want to have to tell somebody that because, believe it or not, men don't like to hurt women's feelings. Okay, so it's easier for us to just walk away.
Don't?
No, indeed, no.
You sure y'all don't?
That's why we stay in situations that we not happy in.
You sure y'all don't?
Yeah, because we don't want to hurt your feelings. We like, I'ma stay here because I don't want to hurt you. I don't like to see you cry. I don't know no man alive that's cool with seeing a woman sit there break down and cry. None of us. Believe it or not, contrary to y'all popular belief, look who's talking. We don't like to see y'all hurt. So we would stay unhappy. Hear me out. Men gonna stay unhappy in a situation. They're gonna stay unsatisfied in a situation. They're gonna push their feelings to the side. You know. Now if we say something, y'all gonna call us zesty, but we gonna that's another point. We'll get to that. Oh, y'all sassy. That's
they do call y'all sassy.
Yeah, they call us sassy. We say something, but we ain't happy. So we gotta sit here and be cool with you. So before I get there, I'm going to just leave you alone. I'm going to just ghost you. And that's just going to be how I go.
So I noticed you were saying, oh, we'll stay, we unhappy.
Yeah.
This is that we'll stay because we don't want to see you hurt. So you made it sound like men sacrifice a lot of their happiness in a relationship.
We do.
Versus women.
We do.
So I disagree because
I feel I know you do.
Because I'm just saying, big dog. Like I feel like women sacrifice a lot as well in relationships.
That's why.
That's why I'm big on let's just normalize breaking up. Yeah. Like if it don't work, it's just not going to work. I feel like a lot of times we overstay our welcome in relationships because we try to make stuff that work, and it's like the signs has been there. This is not going to work. Let's just walk away.
Correct.
So I'm not gonna say, oh, men just be the only ones sacrificing because women, we do sacrifice in relationships sometimes to try to make it work.
Right. Now, let me say this because I don't want people to think that because I have an area of unhappiness that I should leave you alone, right? Every relationship goes through ups and downs. You agree with me? All right. So every relationship have ups and downs. So what I'm saying is those relationships where I'm not happy 100%. Like you make me more frustrated than you do happy. Then I stay in it to try to hold you here. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying like I was upset with you. Thank you. I was upset with you today, so I leave you alone tomorrow. What I'm saying is we've went through bouts of trying to talk about it, trying to fix the issues, and we're just all in water. We don't have we don't mix. You stay in situations like that because I got kids, or because you make more money than me, and this is a good situation for us financially, but I'm miserable on the inside.
Right.
Those are what I'm talking about. What we'll stay in, like most men to stay with their child's mom, their baby mama, or their wife at the time because it works. Like, well, if I leave, I got to pay child support. I got to take care of the house, so I'm gonna just stay here. Okay, I ain't really happy, but I'm gonna stay. Those be the dudes that's in your inbox that's married, but that's another story too. I'm just saying, you. This is how we talk, okay? So we just getting a piece of this. So you have those type of issues going on because I'm not happy for real. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of just saying, hey, look, I ain't happy, I want to walk away. Now he got to worry about getting on child support. He gonna lose all his nice SRT that he got. He can't play the video. A lot of stuff gonna change for him. So he just stay around there, and both of y'all be miserable.
So see with me, I think that goes all into knowing what your non-negotiables are, knowing what it is that you're gonna put up with, knowing what it is that you're not gonna put up with. When you first see a red flag, call it for what it is, and
Right.
it's just we gotta go. Like I feel like a lot of times too in relationships, we overlook all of that stuff. We say, "Oh, I have these non-negotiables," but we don't stand on it. You have
Correct.
to stand on it. So I feel like even so that's why with me, I'm like, I don't mind leaving
Yeah.
because let me not say it like that, but I don't mind walking away when
Right.
it's time to walk away
Right.
because I feel like I know my value. I know what it is that, I know my worth. I know that I'm a great asset to a guy. So I feel like when it comes to you're putting me in situations to where I'm questioning who I am as a woman or to where I'm feeling like I'm
out.
starting to devalue myself, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Because my thing is that I will never put you in that situation or it's never my intentions to make you question who you are as a man.
Correct.
So when you put me in that type of situation, now I got the deal.
Correct,
Cause see,
correct.
now we doing too much.
Correct. So this is what I want to say to that. Your non-negotiables, right? We will overlook those for somebody we really like.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
true.
For a man, if she is nice looking, she got a nice body, man, it don't matter. She ain't got her life together. I would take care of her, okay? Until you start taking care of her and you see that she
And
don't
you
like to
see,
clean up,
right.
she don't cook, she
Right.
don't have no values that you actually want in a
Right.
woman. For a woman, oh, he fine, he tall, he got muscles, and he got a bag, but you didn't realize he's a beater and a cheater.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll sit there, we'll overlook that because we didn't care about it because we seen what we like and we were visually stimulated. So now I'm jumping into something, and then later on down the line, oh, I just didn't see it. Well, you
No,
ain't
you
look.
seen
Yeah,
it.
you didn't look. You like
overlook-
what you
yeah,
saw.
you like
know
what you saw.
exactly. You saw he was tall and fine. You saw she was fine and pretty, and so you stayed in the situation. And so I think those are the reasons why a lot of us get in these situations and we're not happy in because we see only a little bit.
Yep.
I think Tyler Perry said it, the 80-20 rule, right? We get the 20% and we like, oh, she is. That's wifey.
Yep.
Or we get the 20% rule and he like, oh, I'm make him marry me. We're going to figure this out.
Exactly.
And so instead of really seeing what you actually need opposed to what you want, so I can go on and on all about
Oh
day
no,
about
you
that.
good, you
Yeah.
good. We talking, we
Yeah.
just talking. So I definitely do say now my look at it is like I'm no longer looking to date the potential of a man. I'm gonna date the reality.
What you see, correct.
Like what I see, that's what I'm basing you off of what I see, not your
Correct.
potential. Because like you said, a lot of times the reality be telling you this is not the one, red flag, this and that, like, and then it's like, because I'm looking at the potential and because
Correct.
you cute and
Correct.
because I like you, I feel like I can, change you. And a lot of times we go into relationships, us as women,
Yeah, yeah.
we go into things feeling like we can change a
this
man.
brother. Yeah, yeah.
And I'm a firm believer now, and I had to learn that, like, I was messing with a guy, and he literally said up front he was not ready for a relationship. But in my mind, I felt
I
like,
can make you
oh,
ready.
I can make you ready. If I do this, I do that,
Right.
I can make you ready. And so when the time came that I was ready, it was like, oh, I told you from the jump I wasn't ready. And see, that had been triggered me. That had been triggered me. But then it's kind of like, how can you even argue the fact of he told you what it was from the jump? And so
Correct.
I do say that, like, a lot of times when men tell you these things, we do have to believe it, and we have to stop feeling like we can change a man's perspective, we can change his mindset. I feel like the only thing that is going to make a man ready is a man that's ready. It don't matter what you bring to the table, what you doing, the qualities, any of that. Like, if he not ready, believe him.
Can
If
I
he
jump
said
in on
believe
that?
him. What's up?
All right. So with a man, I'm gonna tell you, this is a true state. Everybody, it don't take long for a man to know that is 100% true.
I believe
Okay.
that, yeah.
You could be with a dude for 16 years and he never want to propose to you,
Nope.
never have no feelings of marrying you, because you don't possess what he's looking for. Okay. Now he meets a woman that has everything he's looking for. He'll marry her in 6 months.
Yep.
After leaving you for 16
Yep.
years and give her everything that you've been begging him to do. It's not because you're a bad woman.
Nope.
It just means that you're not the person
not the
for
woman
him.
for him,
Okay.
no.
And so you could, like you said, you can't make a man change. A man's gonna do what he got to do for who he want to be with.
Who he wanna be with, yep.
You got brothers now that's single, but they know if that certain woman ever cross his path, I'm gonna do it all right for her.
Yep.
And that's just what it is.
drop
We
everything
gonna
for
be
her,
married
yep.
in 6 months. I'll buy you the house, the car, whatever you want, because I know you have what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But he'll play around with all these other ones until he find the one. And so now you got a trail of hurt women
Yeah.
because y'all really wasn't who I wanted. Okay, I wanted that one or something like it, but I couldn't get it, so I just laid around and waited. And then when she pop up, I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna be everything she need me to be, and we're gonna live happily ever after with these trail of hurt women behind me. So a lot of times, people have to realize, what am I getting from this brother? Is he showing me that I could be his wife?
Yeah.
Or is he showing me that I'm just something that he could mess with for a minute until he finds something? Realize that quick.
Yep.
Okay, how is he treating me? Is he treating me like a wife? Is he talking to me like a wife? Is he talking about wifely stuff? Not saying he's gonna get a ring in 6 months, but is he treating me like that?
Right.
Right? Is he showing me that I could be the person for him? Is he talking about we instead of me?
Yep.
Is he talking about our future or what we could be doing together? Those are the brother that's looking to marry you. Anybody else? Just looking to waste your time. Just keeping it. Yeah. Sometimes he just saw what you see about me. Those questions. Ask the right questions. What you see in me. What kind of woman you see me as. Do you think about marriage? And men, they don't lie to y'all like y'all think. You looking for a wife? Nah, not really.
They'll tell you, not right now. They would.
That's what he mean.
You gotta pay attention.
What he said is
you
what he
have to
mean.
pay attention to that.
Now, if you catch him in the wrong setting and y'all read between lines, you catch him in the wrong setting, he'll tell you whatever you want to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm trying to get something. So you want, whatever it takes to get us to the next position, then I'm gonna do that. But realize when you catch a man sober minded, so what you looking for? I'm just chilling right now.
That's your sign.
Yeah, that's your sign.
He ain't ready for it.
If you ain't you looking for marriage, my next situation got to be marriage. And if you got to bring it up more to him, you ain't the one for him. No. And that don't make him a bad man. Don't make you a bad woman. Y'all just ain't it.
It's just not it. Yeah. And like you say, I do feel like you got to pay attention and you got to know how to read between the lines because it be there. They're said in so many words. They might not just come up front and be like, nah, but like you said, nah, I'm just chilling right now.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know.
That's it.
You want to be single. And I understand. But you're not the one for me right now.
I'm for the streets.
Literally.
I'm not trying to be inside. Yeah, I'm for the streets. And that's what it is. Like, their actions are always going to show. I'm for the streets. I want to be outside. I want to chill. Women, too.
Yeah.
Okay? Because y'all be talking that marriage talk. Not you. But y'all be talking that marriage talk, but be for the streets, too. Okay? You want to be a city girl.
I don't feel like I done met a sister that said she wanted to be married and she was ready. Hold up.
Come on now. Come on now. Look who's talking. Come on now. They be for the y'all be worse. Y'all done changed the game on the men. Like the men be really like, yes, I love you. And then next thing you know, I should have been with your brother in the way he looked back. Like, wait a minute.
Now I ain't never stooped that low.
I know you haven't, but they got women out there.
They do have them out there, but that's just a bad bet. I don't be around them type of women. I don't be around them. I don't associate myself with them type of women. So
right.
I don't really know. But I do feel like in some senses though, when we go into these situationships and entanglements, I do feel like sometimes men will manipulate the situation. They will, like you said, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this and that, and then it's like, you giving me hopes that this can happen.
And it ain't going
And then when I'm ready to move forward, it's like, nah, that's not what I said.
That's when I go back to that original. What was talked about in the original. Because if he changed, you would know it. You ain't got to ask.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if he don't want it, you've already asked, and you know what it is. If he told you I ain't really looking for nothing, and he ain't progressing to nothing, he meant what he said. They got some people that they meet you and it's like, this kind of dope.
Yeah.
I don't want to let go of that. So I'm going to change up on how I treat you. It was calling you or texting you every now and then until now I'm texting you every day or I'm calling you. Hey, what you doing? How was your day? Did you eat? What you doing this afternoon? The dynamics have shifted because he's now seeing you as somebody who's valuable, who he don't want to lose. And that's what it takes to get a man now or to keep one. You somebody who I don't want to lose. You're valuable to me. A lot of times we don't see value. We see a liability. The liability is like, what's up?
I'm here for a good time.
Not a long time.
That's I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
That's it.
Bullcrap. But I wanted to say the other word.
I understand. You on your podcast.
Bullcrap.
Yeah, but
I'm kind of seeing, but I do feel like a lot of times men will manipulate And they will play on women. But I don't fault men for that because I feel like as women, we have to do better as discerning what it is about a guy, knowing that this joker just ain't no good. He's not the one for me. A lot of times we as women, we don't know. Like we will block all of that out.
Okay. And I ain't gonna even say he ain't no good though. I'm not gonna say that.
Okay, what
I'm
you
gonna say know what he's looking for, and stop putting yourself in position to be the road that he runs over, right? Like I said, he see who we want, okay, and you just in the way.
You're a placeholder.
There you go. That's the best word for it. You're a placeholder, which is wrong. Let me say that. I'm not trying to advocate for messing over or running women, which is wrong. But notice that I'm not gonna be the placeholder for you. Okay, if you don't see me as wifey, as Mrs., let me move on. Let me move around. It might hurt me as a woman to move on, but let me do that because I care more about me and my happiness than I do about getting you, right? A lot of times women give men too much power. Okay, well, I want them so bad, so I do anything for them. Okay, that's why we end up at these local Diddy parties, trying to do whatever it takes. I'm just saying, trying to do whatever it takes to get here. I love him. I do whatever for you.
Basically losing
you losing you because dude ain't never picked you. Okay, and he ain't gonna pick you after the party either, I promise you. But you have to really put yourself in position. I love me too much for that.
I'm not gonna lose who I am
you handsome,
you. Right.
You tall, you fine, I like you and all that.
But like you said, that just goes back to us as women knowing our worth, knowing our value, knowing our standards, and you got to literally stand on that when it comes to whoever, whenever. Like, don't lose yourself when it comes, because a lot of times as women we do, like you said, because we try so hard to prove to men why we are a good woman, and we losing who we are.
Correct.
Like, why we doing that?
That's the hard part, because at the end of the day, you like what you like. Okay, like I could tell a woman, I like you, I think you're cool. Okay, what you like about me? If the first thing, like you was about to get on me about women pretty, if that's the first thing, like, or the only thing that you can talk about is my exterior looks, looks fade, right? You get married to a woman, she's in her 20s, everything nice, uptight, right, all that. She become 40, she gained some weight, she had a couple kids, she's not working out like she used to, she's gonna get heavier, right? If I was to put a picture up of me at 18 years old right now, and me with all this right here, I'm a different person. I think differently. I like different stuff. I react differently. I respond differently. I move differently. So you can't marry a person based off their looks. And if that's the only thing that you see in me, then I know that this ain't going nowhere. If I like how you conduct yourself, I like how you handle business, I like how you deal with people, those are things that show me, hey, he sees me beyond my physical appearance. That's it.
So how do you, how do y'all approach dating now? Like,
so dating is different, right? So I've been unmarried for 8 years. Okay.
Hold on. Y'all, I'm not being too combative because I just want to give the men an opportunity to talk. I'm going to have my moment when I bring on me a good sis and we really talk. But I'm just giving the men a platform
you bring me back for that too.
So they can be heard. That's all, y'all.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Make sure you bring me back for that when a woman come along. But how do men approach it? I've been unmarried for 8 years, right? I was married for a long time. And so when I got back into the dating world, the game was different, okay? What I'm used to is men seeing a woman, approaching her, courting her, and y'all going forward. Nowadays, you get inboxes from women, and they're inappropriate, okay? That's for the lack of a better term. They're inappropriate, and they will approach you. They will try to get you. They will court you. Before you know it, you like, who's the man here?
Right.
So how do we approach it? You more, for me, I'm gonna just put it for me. I'll get to know you as a person, right? Because I'm past the whole, she gotta be light skin, long hair, I'm past that, right?
Oh, that was your
gotta be, look a certain way. I'm past the look side. What is your heart like? How are you towards other people? How are you with your family? Are you at odds with everybody around you? You know what I'm saying? Like, those are things that's important to me, right? So I'm not trying to, if I meet you today, I'm not trying to date you today.
Well, wait, let me say this.
Go ahead.
all that stuff is important to me, but them looks important to me.
They
too.
are look.
Like,
Let me say this. Let me say this.
Them looks important to me
I don't want
too.
no
Now,
I don't want no Oompa Loompa
I was
now. Okay,
about
so
to say,
let's make sure
let's
we say
fix
that.
Yeah,
Because
like,
we in
I
the
gotta
sound,
make sure I want to wake up to you.
when we in the sound booth talking about look at my girl, you be like, Marcus, that ain't it. I'll be like, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute, bro. So she gotta look like something out the gate. I ain't saying she gotta be like what I'm used to, but like you gotta be at least pretty.
Yeah, I
because
gotta
like you know, truthfully, men are shallow. I don't care what nobody say.
What's up, you guys? If you know me, if you have been tuned into Look Who's Talking podcast, then you already know I love me a good oversized graphic tee, unisex tee. You guys know I'm all about being comfortable over here. I have my days when I want to get real cute for the girls. Then I have my days when I just want to dress down and be comfortable. I have partnered with Easy Grace Apparel, and you guys can actually go to www.easygraceapparel.org and purchase this shirt. It is so comfortable. If you know that this will be the season of easy for you, to where you will just walk into Easy Grace, sweatless victories, uncommon favor, do me a favor and go right now to the website www.easygraceapparel. You can purchase the unisex shirts. They have women's shirts. You can also get hats. If you are like me, I'm a hat lover as well. I don't have one on, but I am about to make sure I am going to purchase me a hat. Do me a favor. Go to that website right now and get you some Easy Grace Apparel, because you got to thank God for the grace. And remember, this is your easy season. Walk into it.
You gotta look good to us.
Yeah.
If you don't look good, man, if you look good, you get a early pass. If you not cute,
I feel like pretty privilege is a thing.
pretty privilege is a thing, you know. But as for a man, I'm gonna be honest here. This is probably breaking man code, okay? But
Oh, break it. Give us the tea,
this is probably
honey.
breaking man code. When you look good, you get a whole lot more from men.
Yeah,
As far
I definitely
as
100% agree with that, though.
relationships, marriage, a man want to marry you more when you look good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what am I saying? Looking good don't always just have to be with she's just naturally pretty. She take care of herself. The hair stay done. The nails stay done. She's always dressed nice. Those things help, right? If you pretty and you always busted, your clothes always look like you 60, 70 years old.
They ain't gonna really pay attention.
Yeah, like, let me see that.
Like you pretty, but
when
you
you
need
step,
some
you
tweaking,
step.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, when you step, you step. I don't want to have to do everything. You know, if you meet me and I'm G'd up, I'm good. At least match my swag a little bit. You know, most men not putting it on that much. We gonna be put together, right?
But I feel like y'all got better, though. Because
we
I
have.
do see some men
Yeah.
and I be like, that N-word put it on.
Yeah,
You know, I can't
exactly.
say what I want.
Yeah.
You know, I be wanting to say that, though. Like,
But see, a lot of us, we gonna at least be decent. You know what I'm saying? Now, with a woman, y'all can change us. If you don't like the way you dress, y'all change that. But with a man, we not really going there look at, oh, them shoes look good. Oh, that hat, that
but
top.
you do have some men that
Some
dress
men that do,
their
yeah.
significant
Some men
other.
do.
Couldn't
And
be me.
that's
but-
not all of us.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how. You know, it look good to me. You know, so.
And you do. You have some men be like, oh, yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, it look good to me. That's all. As long as it don't look busted. But for men, if she looks good, she got a much better chance than a woman who don't look as good. Just do that for lack of a better term.
That's true, but I hate that. But in today's
It's the truth.
society,
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
privilege, it is a thing. And like I've even just like experienced that with myself. Like even just going into simple gas stations and stuff like that. Men see you as a pretty woman. Oh, they opening doors. They like literally doing all this. Like literally before I got here, I was at the gas station, and a guy was pumping his gas, but I ended up paying at the pump, but my tank was on the other side.
Yeah.
So I had to turn my car around, and like cars was coming in, the man literally stood on the side of the pump. My pump telling the cars, no, wait, she coming. But I'm just like, that's just a pretty privilege. It was just
Correct.
like, I'm like, he was really directing traffic so I could just turn my car around and get my gas. I was like, thank you for the justice.
I seen a lady getting the air in her tire, and she was the opposite, right? She wasn't, and I'm not speaking bad on her, right? But she wasn't as pretty. That's the lack of a better term. And them dudes let her pump that air.
But that's so wrong.
That is
though,
wrong.
Because
That's dead wrong. They let her pump that air, okay? And then the next girl got out with some little bitty shorts on, and she was real nice looking. It was 3 of them trying to get the air. They all standing out there, man, I'm trying to, see what's up to pump the air. Okay. That woman who was out there pumping air by herself, she needed help just as much as the pretty one did, right? But although I don't like it and I don't agree with it, that's the way it is, right?
But that tells me everything I need to know about a man if you do that. If you watch a woman pumping putting up her air on the side, whether she cute or not so cute to you, that tells me everything I need to know, because that's a problem for me, because that just means you're just not a good, genuine person. Like I feel like there are some men out there who just do things I'm just being nice. And so I feel like if you do that, that's a problem for me.
Yeah. That's like, I went to the grocery store the other day. I had this lady, older lady, putting stuff in her truck. And she had 2 big cases of water. I said, I got it. You sure? I got it. I don't want nothing from you. Let me put it in there. Put it in. I put all the groceries in, closed the door and left. Another dude, I'm about to come help her. You stood out there this whole time. You know what I'm saying? You see the lady needed help. But like you say, that has to do with a lot with you, who you are. Also, when picking a man, see those type of things.
You got to pay attention to that.
Exactly. How you treat your mama, how you treat other ladies in the street. All those things make a major difference, right?
Does.
Because if you see that you nasty to people that just anybody, how you gonna treat me?
Literally, and I feel like a good person gonna be a good person, whether it's with you, anybody else, a wife, anybody. Like a good person is just gonna be a good person,
That's it.
Regardless. And
That's
I do pay attention to that.
That's it.
And so I wanna kind of get into. As I'm getting older now, something I always ask or I pay attention to is upbringing. Your childhood, like what was that like? Where you come from, like you said, how was your relationship with your mom?
Correct.
How is your relationship with your dad?
Correct.
Because I feel like all of that stuff plays a part into who you are, how you gonna be when you get into a relationship, how you gonna meet the right one.
Right.
And so, when I be asking this, now y'all don't judge me, but when I ask this, I'm starting to run away from men who had childhood trauma there. They're not trying to, they ain't trying to work out. So if you telling me, I grew up in a broken home, this and that, my patience, I just feel like I don't have the patience for it.
I don't disagree with you though, right? So, my ex-wife, I use her for example. We grew up the same. Our marriage worked because we grew up the same.
Right.
Every weekend we had a lot of people at our house. Every weekend she had a lot of people at our house. My mom and daddy was together till my daddy died. Hers, pretty much all of that was the same stuff. And so it actually worked for us because that's what it was.
Right.
Now you meet a woman who didn't have a dad in the house. She don't see men the same way. So it's a lot of times you have to prove yourself. And you have to do a lot extra work to try to make her understand this is what men do. This is who we are. You ain't got to be superwoman. Upbringing has a lot to do with it. On how we see things, because sometimes we can see things differently because of the way we were raised.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think finding out how you were brought up is going to help us in the long run because sometimes we might see stuff totally different.
Totally different.
And that might be a little bit too much for me to fix. You went to church every Sunday. My mom and them ain't believe in that. So I'm not doing the church. I'm doing the church because I like you. I'm not doing church because I love God. I'm not doing church because that's what I seen. I'm here because I like you. So, I'm going to sit back and the man did a good job and, let's go eat. Let's go somewhere else after this. So.
Yeah, now that I'm older, you gotta go.
You gotta love God. You gotta love God.
You gotta love Him wholeheartedly.
For real, that's
because
it.
that's part of me. That's
too
who
personal
I
for me.
am.
Yeah.
That's personal. Now I used to like the D boys. You ain't have to do all this. I used to like the D boys, the roughneck, like the tattoo. You ain't have to do all of that.
Yeah.
But now I think because I've grown closer with my walk with Christ, I'm like that is just so imperative to me.
Right.
You got to. And I'm not saying you got to know the books of I'm not saying you got to be as sold out, but you gotta want it. You gotta be willing to try. Because if you coming to me and you ain't willing to try, I just don't see how we gonna work. So I've been seeing this a lot with the whole, I know the difference between a girl who was raised with her dad in the home and a girl who was raised with her dad that wasn't in the home. What's the difference? Because I don't really pay attention. See, I had my dad, and so but let me say this, I've had my dad, but I'm independent. From a standpoint of, I get out there, I cut the grass with my daddy and my brothers. I'm going to take trash out if I need. I am. So
that's what you're talking about is what they're speaking of. Women who had their daddy spoiled. Okay? And they it's really, I don't need you. I call my daddy still to this day.
I feel like I asked like that.
But that's how most do.
That's how,
I call my daddy right now. Like, you don't gotta do it. I call my daddy. And so it's like, what I'm here for? You know, I'm gonna come change the tile. I'm gonna take the trash out. You know, I call my daddy to do it. So daddy at the house, he doing light bulbs and stuff in my house, and like,
I can see how that's a problem.
Yeah.
But I got the type of brothers and stuff. When you in a relationship, you in a relationship. What
Call
you
your
calling me
dude,
for?
yeah,
You need to call who you're in a relationship with, because if you in a relationship and you can't call him to come fix these minor things, then you got to go and look a little further.
Yeah, and see, that's a lot of times you don't have that. Most of what we talking about is the ones who daddy gonna come and overstep you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Overstep
And the
those
thing is,
boundaries.
I want to respect him because that's your dad. You know, I don't want to start a relationship where we got head button because that's your baby girl. I understand that, sir. I just want to love her too. You know, let me do my part. Now, if I can't get it, let me call you. Hey, man, how you do this? Okay, because when I was married, that's what I did. I called my stepdad or I called my father-in-law. Look, this thing messed up. Show me how to do this. Well, what you do it, and they don't mind doing that because, truth of the matter, they don't want to come do it anyway. They doing it because it's their daughter, but I would much rather you do it. I was dating a girl a couple years ago. Her car broke down. She called me. I came out. She called her dad. Well, daddy, I don't know. And I said, well, this is what I'm going to do. A, B, C, X, Y, D. Well, he sound like he know what he doing. Well, just call me if you got any more problems. And that made him feel better about me, and that made her calm down too. Daddy's girl, spoiling everything. It doesn't mean that they're unlovable. It just means you just got to know what you're doing a little bit sometimes. You got to put in the extra work to say, I got it. And show that you have it. You can't just say you got to be about it. And a lot of times, most brothers, they lazy. You know, they don't want to get up, you know, and they, you know, the car needs some air in the towel, and you lay in the bed, and I got to be in work in 20 minutes. Get up, put air in the towel. Why you didn't do this last night? You know, why you didn't get up a little early and take care of it? That's what y'all be talking about. But sometimes we just like, man, I'm tired. I'm going to get to it. You should be able to get to work. I'm going to fix it later on. And y'all don't want to hear that. When your daddy be out there early in the morning with the compressor out there, putting air in the tile, y'all good to go.
Yeah, because I feel like when it's 30 degrees outside, my man need to go start my car.
Automatic start.
Like,
Automatic start.
I feel like you might as well go on out there and say, you know, that's the love language. Go on, start that car and get it warm for me.
I'll push that double click that button for you.
Literally. But I know what you mean, because now that I think about it, I actually did that to a guy who I was dating, conversing with. It was a situationship, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But he was actually I was taking him to his car, and my tire light popped on. And I called my daddy. And I'm like, oh, Dad, I need air in the tire.
I'm right here.
Literally. And this is his words, like, you know I can put air in the tire. Like, girl, go to the gas station. Let me just put some air in the tire. He didn't act as though it was triggering to him, but I could see why it would have been.
It ain't a trigger to everybody. Because sometimes, like, let them do it. I don't care. That's some dudes. But most men, alpha males that you like, the type that you like, you got to, you know, I got this. You don't need to call your daddy. So
yeah, I don't feel like I met an alpha male yet, though.
You like D-boys and you ain't like, an alpha male? Like that don't even make sense.
No, well, let me say
because you can't be no soft ass a D-boy. Because they gonna come take your stuff. Then what you gonna do? You ain't no real D-boy. You just a bustler. You a nickel and dime hustler. You ain't no real D-boy.
Thank God for deliverance.
It's scary.
They was really, really like some D-boys. But I'm saying, like, they was like alpha when it came to being in the street. Yeah. Like, you know, like, you ain't about to play with me. Like, I knew for a fact they was going to protect and they was going to provide in ways of, like, materialistic. Or how much you say you need, here you go. Like, I'm saying in dumb ways, but I'm saying, like, an alpha male in every other aspect. I don't really feel like.
Sometimes you just want to be soft for your woman.
Okay.
And that's the part that y'all got to understand. You be hard in the streets all day. You want to come on to peace. And when I feel peace, I'm going to be soft with you. And that's the sign of peace. Like, if I got to come home and be the D-boy at home, this ain't for me. I need to take this off because that's what I got to put on in the streets so I don't get ran over. I don't get used. I don't get jacked. I don't get killed. I don't get ratted on, put in jail. So I got to keep that on. But that's even outside of a D-boy, a working man. You know, as black men that we talked about that you love so much, we get beat up.
Hold up.
Hold up, listen. You go back. I'm in my line of talk. I'm talking right now.
Because I ain't like the black man that you love so much. Like, hold up. What was the point? Literally, what was the point?
I'm trying to help you right now.
I'm fighting for my life, man. Y'all killing me, bro.
Because I'm trying to see where that came from.
I'm just saying that you love. We get beat up a lot. out here in these streets.
I
You know what I'm
see,
saying?
yeah,
We do. So we want our woman to be, we want to come home and take that all like, you know, like, who had a long day? You know, we won't sit there and tell you about our day too, but y'all take the whole night up with y'all day. Who let me tell you about Sabrina? We let her talk a little bit too. You
I
know?
don't really feel like I care. I don't really care that much to come and tell you about work. Like,
Yeah, we want to know what happened though. We still want to know.
I feel like let's just leave work at work.
But we want to know how was your day.
Yeah,
That's how was your
but-
day was. Now sometimes that's some brothers. Some brothers we don't care. Okay.
Yeah.
While you talking, I'm playing the game. Yeah. I'm watching the game. Yeah. Yeah. When you get those responses, that's autopilot. You know,
Yeah.
we just right.
So,
No.
but I've recently discovered some things about myself that I need
Okay.
to work on. I kind of opened up to my viewers on here when we had First
Pastor
Lady.
B, yeah.
There was some things that I kind of discovered about myself that
Okay.
I am, you know, trying to work on in regards to a relationship, because I told myself I don't want to be the 40-year-old woman with 9 cats. If you are a 40-year-old woman with 9 cats, I'm not throwing no shade. That's on you, but I don't want that for me.
Okay.
And so I was told that I definitely need an alpha male who is like 100% secure in himself.
Got to be.
Because if he's not, we're not going to work.
Yeah, you have a lot of confidence. So a man who's struggling, he wouldn't be all right. Cause so I'm gonna say this, and I'm sure you about to cut me off, but a brother that gets you, you got 2 sisters, and y'all are all tight. So you gotta be able to
them
deal
my
with.
round.
I know you gotta be able to deal with all 3 of y'all.
But no, but
Not
let
in
me
a
say
negative
this.
way, cause y'all not bad.
But I would say this,
yeah.
in relationships, we know boundaries. We
Right.
don't overstep. We
Understand, but you still got all 3 of y'all, okay? And you got to make sure you understand. If you mess with one, all 3 of them coming, and that's on everything, okay? So, you know, when you got a man that's a beta or a man that's not really alpha, he gonna struggle. Man, I don't know. You know, no, you gotta.
Chin up.
Yeah, they ain't that bad. They just, you know, they not really that bad. They just gonna give you the look. You know, Kawana gonna give you the mouth.
She gonna get him out.
And Kiara gonna be ready to put the hands on you. So it's like, you know, you gotta realize who you dealing with, right? You gotta say, okay, this is my woman. I know how she is. Learn you, right? An alpha man gonna take time to get to know you, okay? She mad right now, or she really not mad. She just in one of her little moves. Though that takes time. So what Pastor D said was exactly right. You do need somebody who's strong enough, okay, in who they are. And I think that's what you're saying. It's being strong enough and confident enough
Being
in themselves.
secure, right.
Yeah, because you confident by yourself and you get a lot of looks from brothers. So a brother who he is, that ain't gonna work for you. That wouldn't
Yeah,
work
'cause
for
I
me
ain't got
either.
time for
That's
that.
too
Yeah,
much.
that's too much.
You know, be confident. You gotta have somebody confident who know how to stand their own ground, who have their own thing going too. Because a man dealing with a woman with a lot going on and he don't have a lot going on too,
That's a problem.
it's gonna become a man. Why you got to do this? Why you got? Now we got a match of time. Who gonna get the time or this and that? So yeah, what she said was exactly true. Like a lot of brothers, they couldn't handle that. So yeah,
But I don't like the fact that I come off as intimidating.
I mean,
Like, I like it because I feel like it weed out the weak ones, but then it's kind of like...
before I got to know you, I said, okay, they mean. All 3 of them.
But see, like, everybody say that about us.
All 3 of them mean, okay? And for me, I sit back and watch y'all though, right? They all mean. Something happened with one of them, all 3 of them, they mean. Them some mean little sisters, right? And
we not mean,
that like I say before I got to know
Yeah.
you know? So I got to know y'all one by one. And I'm like, okay, they not all that mean. Me and you got to know each other last.
Yeah, out of
okay.
everybody.
And so I'm like, okay, O is the coolest one to me. Nothing against the other
But they
ones,
call
okay?
me Big O.
Nothing against the other. I love all of y'all to say, but I'm like, the coolest one. But you got to get to know y'all. You know, so if you intimidate easily, you wouldn't be able to make it. You know, but you got to get to know them. So you do come across as intimidating to some, to most. You know, because you confident and you not really a bubbly hey until you get to know a person. You know what I'm saying? And so once they get to know you, I mean, they'd be all right. You just gotta get through that. You gotta get through that hard exterior.
Yeah, I'm cool. Like, I
Yeah.
really be on something like, man,
Yeah.
that's my homegirl.
Yeah.
That's my dog.
Yeah.
Like, Literally. Yeah. So I am kind of like working on that in regards to trying to make like being aware that okay, Alicia, smile a little bit, make yourself a little more welcoming, letting your wall down a little bit in regards to dating because I am single. For people who don't know it, I'm not talking to nobody because a lot of people like, oh, you pretty. I ain't gonna even believe the fact that you ain't talking to nobody. I'm not talking to nobody, but I did say in my 30s I kind of wanted to get back out in regards to dating when I turned 30 because I'm like, now I'm aware of things that I need to work on in regards to, a relationship and dating around. So I was like, I kind of wanted to get back out into the dating world just a little bit, get my feet wet, not too much, not too crazy. But
Men approach what they like, what feels comfortable. If you got a hard exterior, we're not gonna approach. Now, if you kind of, more
but I'm like,
softer,
they got some men that's a little confident, to be like,
I'm confident too, and I'm very confident. Sometimes overly confident. I'm like, sometimes you swear to God, I'm 6'2". Like, boy, I don't care.
But you gotta have it though, because if
it
not,
is what it is. But like, I still would rather approach somebody who's more inviting than giving me that back up. Okay, that non-smile, that stoic demeanor is not inviting. In dating, you want.
So let me say this.
Go ahead.
If I'm in the midst of a guy or if I see a guy and I'm like, oh, he cute. Like, I'm liking what I see. I do soften up.
Okay.
Like, I'll probably look at him, feel like eye contact
But he
or
probably
something.
seen you way before you saw him. And if he saw that stoic demeanor, he already done put the block
He
up.
could have, but what I'm saying is that, like, I might stare at you for a couple seconds too long. I'm like, that's kind of my notion to let you know I'm a little interested, in what I see. So if I don't like you, you're not gonna get it. You just
It's
not.
just not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
but if I feel like, oh, you cute, you cute, I like what I see, I'll stare at you. I'll give you some type of notion that you can come approach me, and it might go somewhere depending on the conversation.
I got you. I'm with that.
Like literally.
I'm with that.
So let me just say that, cause Mark's trying to make it just seem I'm just the pit bull.
You not, though.
Like y'all know.
You not.
Heck
You
no.
not.
So, like you said, now it is a thing with the women sliding in the DMs. Like it's real big. Women now feel like that they can pursue and approach a man.
Yeah.
However, I'm not approaching no man. Like I'm just that ain't.
Let me say that. There's nothing wrong.
I don't. It's not. But
I
I'm
ain't
not.
saying sign a DM, but there's nothing wrong with letting a man know that you're interested, right? To me, I'm not saying you make the first move, but letting him know that you're interested in him in some way. There's nothing wrong with that. Because sometimes you meet a woman, she looks good. Clearly, she got somebody.
They do feel like that though.
Clearly, she has somebody. Clearly, somebody is taking up her time. Clearly, somebody is in her life. So I'm not going to approach. Now, let's say I was interested in you, O. Then I'm going to check you out. I'm going to come look who's talking. I seen you say you were single a few times. All right? So, and you give me a look. So I'm going to come pass by. I'm going to show my little tattoos,
Y'all be killing me with why everybody
because I'll be like, yeah, I'm a little tatty. You feel me? Like if you don't give me that look for about 3 seconds, I'm gonna just keep it kicking because I'm like, that's what that's what. Am I right though? She say she like you like all that, so I gotta let eat. But so you ain't gave me that look, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it kicking.
Y'all with these tattoos. Y'all got to stop with the tattoos.
I'm just messing, but for real, I'm not messing for real. Y'all, if y'all know, that's what you gotta do.
Let this man cook. This man is cooking.
If y'all know, that's how you gotta do. But that's
Because he childish.
Very. But that's what you gotta do sometimes. Like, let me get in a situation or in an environment where we can see if that's gonna work. I don't think you're gonna have a problem finding anybody. I mean,
finding the right one.
Find the right one.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
It ain't hard for Big O to get a man.
Say that.
Nah, finding the right man is the problem. But it ain't,
It ain't gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying? Because they got brothers that's interested. That's what you like. They might not be the physical all the way. All the way. I ain't saying they gotta be ugly, but all the way. You might want him tall. He might be a little short. Okay? You might like him muscular. He might be a little slim.
I don't like muscular.
Okay, he might be heavy set. You don't like heavy, but he can get a diet, lose weight. That's what y'all be. Well, we gotta understand. that kind of stuff can
They
change.
may not, yeah,
That
you
can
right
change,
though.
yeah.
I do say, if I'm dating a guy and he's not as like fly with dressing, we could work with it. Like long as I see you spend money on your shoes, we could work with it. You know, I could tweak that.
It ain't that hard.
Yeah.
Even if you don't spend money on the shoe, look, spend $150 on them
I
ones.
know,
You know,
cause y'all
like,
shoes be expensive.
yeah. No, you can tell them, cause sometimes we just don't know. You know, like I didn't buy my first pair of Jordans till like a couple years ago. Before that, I was, you know, just go get what I get.
I like my Jordans.
Yeah. I met somebody who I like J's. I'm like, oh, I ain't got it like that. Now, you go in my closet now, it's nothing but J's. That's all I wear. Like, as you know, that's all I got. I got, 20, 25, 30 pair of Jordans, and that's all I get. But before that, I ain't really care about that. So, yeah. But that became from a woman telling me she liked that. Okay? She like it, cool. I got it in my head now. So when I'm on footlocker.com or Nike, I'm looking at what's the hottest shoes. You know, these sell, I'm going to get them. I might get some Jordans and wear them once because they didn't look that good with outfit. I got stuff I ain't wore, but that's all what you telling the brother what you like.
Right.
You know, it's easy to change that kind of stuff. That's appearance things. Those are easy.
Yeah, that is.
So, you know, I make the money. I go spend on some shoes. I spend on other stuff. We spend on what we want.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I'm like, I could dress in I could, I could tweak that.
That might be, if that's all the issue is, fix that. That's an easy fix.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
If he a little heavy, get him in the gym. Fix that.
I like slim men.
Okay, if he's slim, get him in the gym. If he heavy, get him in the gym.
Not like slim to a like bone slim,
but you like a little, I got you.
I don't like all them muscles.
Put him in the gym. Make him work out. Go walking.
I ain't got time to be doing that.
You can change. I'm saying if you like everything about him.
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying.
at this big age.
Yeah, I feel.
I don't. Yeah.
But slim gain weight. Slim get fat.
But
fat
with
get small.
the women sliding in the DM and the pursuing
I don't
me
see no
and all
issue with
that.
all that.
The most you gonna get out of me is I'm gonna like a picture. I promise you. Let me tell you, no. I'm gonna make it to where it's like cause I might like one picture.
Old picture.
It might go like I might like an old picture, cause then okay, now she lurking my page.
That's
like,
a clear indication. That's like a slide in the DM.
Yeah. That's a soft.
That's
approach.
a slide. That's a slide, cause I'm coming after that.
Yeah, like that's just a little ease that on.
You like a picture from 2 years ago? Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
That's the most though.
Okay.
But
I mean that's a sign for brothers. That's like a slide. So that I mean, that's a good way of doing it.
Now if my finger just slip, I'ma say, oh, I ain't mean it like that, baby.
Now if you did it on purpose and you say something like that, then all right, well holler at me sometime,
No,
like,
no, because that was a mistake. I didn't mean it. Or I'm just not gonna respond to
She just took the hope out of something.
For real, cause he just knew. Oh, that's what that meant. Yeah. No. Some dude over here like he on there like I've been watching. Oh man, I'm trying to see what's up. And then he tell us a mistake.
I ain't did that in a while though.
On his phone,
yeah, exactly. He on there. Yeah. I'm just struggling trying to get them tattoos.
But let me say
what
this.
you get these tattoos
y'all,
from? But
when I
this
be
chick named
seeing them
man.
tattoos, like, hold up now, y'all. I ain't seeing you got to be like fully tatted, but I'll take at least one, cause I'm tatted. So
right.
I don't want to look like the man in a relationship. We on a picture and I'm tatted up.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I can't. Yeah. All right, and so we talked about sliding in the DMs, cause now I have met some guys who be like, I don't want a woman that approach me. Like, I don't like that. Don't approach me.
Those are person specific. Okay. That's like the whole. That's another stuff. This what I'm about to say is another topic for another day. That's like the whole women proposing to a man, right?
Oh, you done lost it.
It's the same thing with some men approaching them. All right. Now don't ever propose to me. Okay, don't ever. Like that's an automatic. I'm gonna say no, and the relationship
and
is
over with.
It's over.
It's over with. Like,
I'm done. I don't care how much I like you. I could have been doing it tomorrow, but you gonna come get on your knee for me? What is you doing? Get up, like you know. That really made me feel like a beta. I done really got mad on the cool. Yeah, I done got mad. Get up, man. Like you know.
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
Yeah. I forgot what I was saying.
Y'all didn't really trick that much.
It is. That was like a real like, hold up, get up. Like, don't do that.
Looking at you
like, oh, what you gonna say? This is not but some men, they don't like that, right? I don't have a problem like what you said, like in an old picture. Let me know there's an interest somewhere. I don't even mind a problem with you fake giving a thumbs up in the inbox. you know, oops, I ain't mean to send
a
that.
soccer ball. And they be like, what the? How did that
anything.
get there? I didn't mean to send that.
Anything.
But since we here, let's talk about it.
Anything. I done did that before.
You know, for like soccer ball.
I did not the soccer ball, but I definitely hit her like, oops, I ain't mean to send that. But hey, how you doing though? Nice to meet you. I haven't done that. It's nothing wrong with showing a little interest, okay? But I agree with some brothers. Don't just full out. Because the Bible says, if we could talk spiritual, the Bible says when a man finds a wife, all right, give him an opportunity to find you, all right? But put yourself in a position to be found.
And that's the problem. We go looking. You gotta stop going. You gotta
sometimes y'all be in hard hiding.
Yes.
Okay, and there's like women out here that's wide open, so we can find you.
Yeah.
And find doesn't literally mean play hide and go seek. Find just mean I see you. I've noticed you. I found a wife in you. Okay, and that's something that I want to pull out. I want to make you my wife. So that's what it is. Like for me, don't approach me full out, but do let me know you're interested because. And nowadays, the way things are, you see a woman, you automatically assume she has somebody. Yep. Especially in my age, they got kids. You know, never know if a daddy around.
They do though.
Whatever.
Instagram,
so you know, just let me know something.
They feel like if you attractive or you got somebody.
Exactly.
And y'all be wrong.
Most of the time.
100% of the time.
Most of the time. Most of the time.
Yeah, y'all do. Because if y'all look at my Instagram, y'all probably think, oh, she got somebody. Yeah. They be wrong. So this was definitely a great conversation. I told you guys I'd be trying to keep my minutes down. We didn't got to an hour. Y'all see when you get to talk about relationships, the conversation just be so good. You just be want to go, keep going. So I'm going to definitely bring my big dog back because there are some things that I want to challenge him on.
I'm with it.
But you know, this was just a little soft lunch in regards to relationships. But I'm going to definitely bring him back for a part 2. I do hope that some of the things we pointed out to you guys today, you know, y'all take heed. This may be encouragement or motivation to people who is getting out there, want to get back out there. If you are currently dating, like, you know, just trying to figure all that out. But I do, even though we did talk about relationships, I do want you guys to still know that there is happiness in being single. Yes. There is nothing wrong with you still being single, working on you. Don't feel like you have to rush into something because society say you are aging or you need to get there, baby. Take your time. There is beautifulness in being single. There is wholeness in being single, okay? So don't ever feel like you have to just jump or rush into a relationship because for women who is we embarking up on 30 and things like that, you know, they feel like, oh, time ticking. You got to find somebody. And let me tell y'all something. When y'all be seeing us, stop asking us, why are you single? You ain't got a man. When you going to get married? Don't ask me that no more. Public service or not. Don't ask me that no more. Because you didn't trigger me. But anyway, I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in to Look Who's Talking Podcast. Make sure you remember to spread love, encourage healing, and embrace vulnerability. Do me a favor and click that subscribe button. And when this episode drop, please make sure you like, comment, share, do all of that. Talk to us. Send us questions. Let me know what y'all want me to ask him the next time he on this. So far, it's just anybody in general when it comes to relationships. Send me questions. Let me know what you guys want to hear because I do know that this is a popular conversation now on social media. So just let me know. Make sure you guys, you know, tune in. Jump into the conversation with us because remember, it takes 2 people to have a conversation. And I can't have this conversation without you guys. So peace. We'll see you guys soon.